Man, oh man, oh man. I'm glad this storm didn't get too bad. All we got was some rain. Um, Luckily, I'm just really at kind of like a good spot in Georgia because usually when we get hard or it's when there's suspected hard weather, we usually don't get the worst of it. It's probably just one time where it got bad, but that was like a year ago, a couple years ago. But other than that, I kind of like how this area is, pretty safe when it comes to weather. You ain't gotta deal with anything too extreme. But anyways, it's been one hell of a weekend, man. You got Amber Rose, Slutwalk. Um, I ended up getting into a little scuffle with a feminist, with an intersection allicist feminist. I guess that's what you would call them. Her, my thing was that I called Amber Rose a thought, and then she felt some type of way about it. And it was like, she went into this kind of tit for tat. Well, at least she's black, and not a white woman, so I can support her walk. And I'm kind of like, does it even matter what race, or matter what race or who, leads it? I mean, it's all pointless. I mean, I'm looking at the pictures, you have silliness and silly games going on to where you have women throwing dildos in holes and foolishness and walking around topless and creating false narrative comparisons. I'm like, there's like a picture going around where there's a guy who's shirtless and he's painted legal, and then there's a woman who's topless and she doesn't have a bra, she puts illegal. I'm like, who is really like giving a fuck about these issues? And I'm like literally scratching my head. I'm like, who's giving a fuck about these issues? These are like non-tangible issues that the average woman really doesn't care about. Who's making a big uproar about women, wanting to walk around, showing their breast in public. Now it's one thing. Now, yes, there has been a little bit of uproar about women breastfeeding in public and taking pictures on Facebook. To be honest with you, it really isn't serious. It really isn't that serious. And plus, with Facebook and pictures can easily be shared and saved without your knowledge and consent. I would just probably just stay away from posting pictures like that. Um, with my discussion with this intersectionalist feminist, she kind of goes into diatribe that like of what makes Amber Rose a thought, when she's disappointed in my behavior, and it's like she's not even a respectable woman. I mean, look at the things that she's done. Like, she's fighting issues that make no sense. Like, there's no reason, there's no explanation to it, there's no purpose. You're not with a whole bunch of women running around topless, running around doing whatever, saying whatever. What does this change? It's not going to change the guys who called you a thought. It's not going to change the guys who made fun of you. It's not going to change anything. What's the incentive for the bad boy calling you a thought? What's his incentive to change? There's none. And I pointed this out to her is that these females will run around protest about slut shaming only to go back to those guys that disrespect them. And then, I was telling her about, they run back to these bad boys. And then she tried to play me off as a MGTOW dude. She didn't say MGTOW, but she tried to play me off as one of those type of Elliot Rogers, nice guy, the ultimate gentleman. I'm like, no, don't twist my words because I didn't say thug. I said bad boy. A lot of these niggas are just imitating shit, and they ain't really serious or about anything. And so I'm just checking if this thing was on. Like I was saying, like a lot of these dudes ain't about that life. So I'm just saying bad boy. And so you have a lot of those types, and I'm saying that um females need to date better or find better men. I'm not talking about morally better, but just better men to where you don't have to deal with sleeping with a guy only to be called a slut the next day. Why don't you females just like sleep with guys and just before having sex just be like, okay, hey, I'm giving my body to you. Can I trust that you won't run around, degrade my name, call me out of my name, blast me on social media, you know, whatever happens tonight only happens tonight, and it stays. You know, women aren't doing that. Females. I'm telling this girl, and the ironic thing, she's a nerdy chick. I'm like, why the hell are these nerdy feminists, supporting these thought ass, these thought ass women? I don't get it. But anyways, I'm just trying to tell her that, I'm not the moral police. I'm not telling girls to go, date nice guys. I'm not rewarding dudes for being nice. Being nice isn't anything new or spectacular or worth being with, okay? My thing is that girls are just having sex just for to have sex. Um, so, my thing is that they just needs to be a mutual understanding, and that's how you can probably fix it. There's dudes who want to get one-nighters and just mess around a little bit. I understand that. My thing with girls is that you're messing with dudes who don't respect you. And they don't respect you. And you're cool with them not respecting women unless they disrespect you. And that's the issue. That's the argument. I'm not seeing kind of no mutual understanding that girls are doing with their guys. I'm not seeing that, you know. And maybe they should be giving the ass to lames, but I don't want nice guys. I don't want guys walking around thinking that being nice is obligation for some ass. I don't want any more Elliot Rodgers walking around. My thing is that dudes really need to, if dudes really want to fix all this thought bullshit and get rid of these hoes like Amber Rose, all you gotta do is just not have sex with them. And then what we need to do, and I told this feminist that when I was telling about solutions to problems like this, I didn't even mention women. I didn't mention. I just talked about men, and I was telling her that men need to worry less about sex. Women can do whatever the fuck they want. They can keep doing it. But once that, and just like with Tariq Nasheed, once men get their shit together, women will fall in place. Once dudes ain't worrying about the ass so much, and they're more concentrated on building, women will be like, man, damn, I'm bored. Niggas haven't ate me out in 5 years. What's up with this shit? All these niggas here building, and they, they ain't having sex like that. I'm getting kind of dry. This, that, and third. Females will change up. Okay, you want me to do this? Okay, you want me to stay faithful? Okay. They'll start negotiating with you once we as men start doing shit and putting standards in place and acting on building. And the thing is that as black men, we need to get a reputation of building instead of just being broke, having a reputation of losing, taking L's and, being gay and all that shit. We need to really fix that. If these hoes can do whatever they want, but once men start getting their shit together in mass, these females will change up and they'll get their shit together. But I'm surprised with this woman that she's debating me on the credentials of Amber Rose. I mean, like, it's not like I have anything against women. It's just that if she's nobody respected, she's no leader. And the thing is, just because she's a female, just because she's a black female, doesn't mean I have to support her. You know, it changes nothing, and I'm not giving her slow points just because she's doing something or just because she has supporters and people gave her money. I don't care less about the thousands or millions that she got. You know, I'm not caring about that. The thing is that at the end of the day, it doesn't change anything. Those boys you fucking with who don't respect you are not gonna change. They're just gonna laugh at you. You know, they'll probably simp with your little sad story. And after they got your ass and they fucked you, on to the next one. So if females can play dumb with these niggas, you know, that's on you. That is on you.